part of lesson 4 is covering timecode information, safe margins, and customizing the monitors. So we're currently looking at our source monitor right here, and when it's talking about timecode, this blue number over here reflects the playhead location, and it's going to read in hours, minutes, seconds, and frames. So that's its current location. The gray time code that you're seeing over here on the right is the full duration of the clip. So as long as you do not have an in and out set on your clip, this is going to reflect the whole clip itself. So right now it's 31 seconds and 5 frames. One of the other things that you can do up here in the source panel is choose an in and out on the clip. So if we want the in to be here, you can hover over top of these icons to see if you have the correct one. Also, you can hit I or O on your keyboard. So I'm going to mark an in, and notice that this duration now has changed to 19 seconds and 4 frames. And then I'm going to come and pick an out spot as well and choose out. And again, it changed that duration. This one's just showing where my playhead is currently. Okay, one of the other things that the chapter is talking about is seeing our title safe areas. And I already have that chosen over here on our program monitor. However, to get it on this one, I can go to settings and I can choose safe margins down here. And we now have the box on both of them. And you have to do this to each of your panels to get the settings to come up. And you're wondering why we have 2 rectangles that have white outlines over top the image. And sometimes you may feel this is a nuisance when you're viewing it. However, I usually leave mine on because I want to know this information. When stuff is going to a TV, there is a strong possibility that it's going to crop the edges of the picture to achieve a clean edge, or if somebody has a really old-fashioned TV that has the curved edges, it's also going to clip off some of the material that they're viewing. So that's why these windows exist. It's to make sure you're putting out a product that looks good and stays within a certain working area. The most outer rectangle that you see here is referred to as an action safe zone. So if there's any important action happening in your clip or your footage or your movie, however you want to look at it, you want to stay within that most outer box. If the action moves outside of that, there's a good potential that if you're watching it on a TV, you may not see that content. However, if something's just going to the internet, you will see your whole frame and it should not be a problem. The inner box you see here is your title safe zone, and that means if you have any text that's applied on your image, it should be inside that box to make sure it is visible. Okay, so we can also do some more setting adjustments. If you choose the little wrench looking icon, that is your settings menu, and you can choose overlays. Down here, that turns on the overlay button, and that is going to basically put stuff over top of it. You can also go into your other settings as far as overlay settings and then settings right here, and choose settings. And this will allow you to do custom overlay, editing overlay, V1 overlay. There's a whole lot of multitude information here, and at some point you may get into that if you needed it. For right now, we're going to go ahead and turn off the overlay stuff, so I'm going to close out of here. I just wanted to show you guys where that was. Okay. We can also customize the monitors, and one of the things that you can do is you can switch between your clip view and your audio view real quickly. So you see these icons here. This is for footage only, and this one's for audio only. And normally you would use this to drag the clip in that you've chosen your in and out points, and it appears down here. And therefore we only see the clip and we don't see the audio. So you have a choice to bring one or the other. It's a way to split your footage. However, the book is talking about just clicking on these and then it allows you to switch quickly back and forth from audio to the picture. So that's a little shortcut there. The book is also wanting us to add a button. So these are all different buttons in your source panel. And if you come over to this plus symbol, you can go into your button editor and add one. It wants us to add the playback loop button. Sorry, I was getting a phone call. All right, so right here is the button that we need, and it wants us to place it to the right of the play button. You just drag it down and drop it in. And what happened is it made space for the button, and then we say okay. You can choose to reset layout. You can add different buttons. It just depends on what you need. So the book says choose okay. We did. Next, it wants us to double click the excuse me clip in the theft unexpected bin. And if that was not already open, that is the one I have open, you could double click it. We're now going to choose loop playback, and I'm going to set the playhead right about here so I don't have to play through the whole thing, but it wants us to demonstrate playing this clip, and notice once it gets to the end there, it went back to the beginning. So if you have in and out set, it's only going to affect that area. If I don't have the in and out selected and I'm here at the back of the clip, I push play, and then it goes back to the start. If you do not want to loop any longer, you just unclick that and it goes back to the normal play mode. And that sums that area up. We're still got a little bit more left in the chapter, and we'll talk more about the rest in the next video.